In a world obsessed with fame, followers, and public recognition, it is easy to assume that influence belongs to those whose names dominate headlines. The deeper reality is very different. The most powerful decisions shaping economies, cultures, and systems are often made by people the public has never heard of. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because understanding invisible influence will change how you see power, success, and real authority. 1. Public fame is a distraction from real influence. Fame attracts attention, but attention limits freedom. Public figures must maintain narratives, defend reputations, and respond to scrutiny. True influence avoids these constraints. Those who shape outcomes quietly focus on leverage rather than image. While famous individuals manage perception, unseen influencers manage systems. Fame creates vulnerability, while anonymity creates flexibility. The most influential names remain unknown because recognition would only reduce their effectiveness. Power operates best when it does not need applause or validation. 2. Influence lives inside systems, not spotlights. The deepest influence is embedded within systems like finance, policy, supply chains, and institutions. These systems operate continuously, regardless of who is visible. People who design, fund, or regulate them shape outcomes indirectly. Their names rarely surface because the system itself carries the influence. Public attention focuses on faces, but systems determine results. Remaining unknown protects continuity and stability. Influence that lives inside systems does not expire with trends or personalities. 3. Visibility invites opposition and regulation. The more visible someone becomes, the more resistance they attract. Public influence invites criticism, political pressure, and regulatory scrutiny. Those who operate quietly avoid becoming targets. By staying anonymous, they reduce interference and preserve long-term control. Influence without visibility faces fewer obstacles. This strategic invisibility allows decisions to compound over time without disruption. Silence becomes a protective shield that enables consistent, uninterrupted power. 4. Quiet influence controls access, not attention. The most influential individuals control access to resources, opportunities, and decision-makers. They decide who gets in and who stays out. This gatekeeping power operates quietly. Public attention is irrelevant when you control pathways. By remaining unknown, influencers maintain neutrality and avoid emotional attachment. People negotiate outcomes without realizing who ultimately holds leverage. Access control is far more powerful than public persuasion. 5. Anonymity preserves strategic flexibility. Public figures must maintain consistency to protect reputation. Quiet influencers can adapt without explanation. They can change direction, support different initiatives, or withdraw without consequence. This flexibility is critical in complex environments. Anonymity allows experimentation, correction, and long-term planning. Influence that does not depend on identity can evolve freely. This adaptability strengthens power while visible figures remain constrained by public expectation. 6. Real influence operates through networks, not names. Power flows through relationships, alliances, and informal networks. These networks operate privately based on trust and reciprocity. Names are secondary to connections. Influence spreads quietly through conversations, agreements, and shared interests. Public recognition would disrupt these dynamics. Remaining unknown preserves trust and reduces ego conflicts. Networks amplify influence far beyond what any single visible figure could achieve. 7. Quiet influencers avoid becoming symbols. When names become symbols, they attract emotional reactions. Supporters project hope, critics project blame. This polarization weakens influence. By staying unknown, powerful individuals avoid symbolic burden. Decisions remain practical rather than ideological. Influence stays functional rather than emotional. Silence protects effectiveness. Unknown names can move across boundaries without triggering identity-based resistance or loyalty. 8. Legacy influence is designed to outlast individuals. Public fame is temporary. Quiet influence is designed for continuity. Families, institutions, and capital structures pass influence across generations by avoiding personal exposure. When power is detached from identity, it survives leadership changes and social shifts. Names remain unknown while influence persists. This long-term design prioritizes stability over recognition. True power thinks in decades, not headlines. 9. Unknown influence reduces personal risk. Visibility always carries a cost. The more recognizable a person becomes, the more exposed they are to legal scrutiny, public backlash, reputational damage, and targeted resistance. Quiet influencers understand this and deliberately separate their decision-making from their public identity. By operating without constant visibility, they reduce emotional pressure and external interference, allowing decisions to remain rational and strategic rather than reactive. This insulation creates freedom. Freedom to pivot when conditions change, freedom to take calculated risks without personal fallout, and freedom to influence outcomes without becoming the focal point. 10. Silence is the signature of mature power. Immature power demands attention, validation, and constant recognition. Mature power has outgrown that need. It focuses on outcomes rather than applause. Those who truly shape systems, markets, or decisions rarely announce their presence because their confidence is rooted in control, not approval. Silence becomes a signal of stability and long-term vision. Influence does not need a voice when its effects are already visible. Results speak louder than identity ever could. The world celebrates visibility, but power is sustained through discretion. The most influential individuals operate quietly, shaping systems, access, and outcomes without attention. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because learning how invisible influence works allows you to think beyond fame, understand real authority, and move strategically in a world obsessed with appearances.